asked if I would do prosthetic practical makeup on characters, if I ever did another one. And I have to admit, while the idea is a romantic one, I wouldn't, because I think it wouldn't work now with what audiences are expecting. I think the best to do it was Tim Burton's movie, and Tim Roth in particular. But what happens there is that the character has to be so like over the top almost, and like you can see it in the performance, and it works. But you have to do so much to push through the prosthetics. That's basically covering up any subtlety that you want to do as an actor. That it does limit you to some degree. And again, totally appreciate the effort that goes into those things, but I just don't think that with where we expect Apes movies to go, with the kind of the subtlety of performance that we have now, you just wouldn't be able to pull it off with prosthetics anymore, you know? But like I said, it's a romantic notion and it's a neat idea. But usually, in my experience, the people that use a lot of prosthetics and stuff in the movies that want to cling to that sort of idea, they usually get replaced by VFX or cleaned up by VFX because the eyes of audiences today are just way more sophisticated. Our resolution on our cameras are way more high resolution. So you see the fake essentially. And so, that's not for everything, of course. There's a lot of great prosthetics houses that do some amazing work. But I think for particularly these apes characters that, their arms are super long, their eyes aren't quite right, that there's no human makeup that would fit into that design there. You're just kind of stuck with doing it CG, and doing it that way. Guillermo del Toro does some amazing
Yeah.
stuff with some of his guys, but he also designs characters that are really like made for prosthetics. You know what I mean? Um, so it's just it's a trick. It's like anything with movies. Like you have a vision for something and you figure out which method do I use to best pull off the thing. You know what I mean? And fortunately, so much work has been done doing these movies, these Planet of the Apes movies this way with visual effects that it's a known quantity. We're not going into like a unknown territory here anymore. We know how to do these things. So and it's reasonably straightforward, difficult and challenging, but we know the end result. You know what I mean? And then it's about like, okay, there's so much experience been built up doing that stuff now. How far can we push it? That's kind of the big question there. But yeah, shout out to definitely to like Rick Baker and the crew and all those guys and even Weta Workshop, they do some fantastic stuff too. There's always going to be a place for it, but in particular, our case with these movies, I don't see it being the future for it.